Paul McCartney at a concert in our hometown of Nashville, Tennessee, and I wanted to do something kind of special.
Musician Matthew Nelson.
And I actually found our father's original gold record, which back in the 1950s, our dad was Ricky Nelson. He did a song called Lonesome Town, which Paul
Good morning.
Run Devil Run. And when we went.
Hey, Mo. Good morning, everybody. Let's give it a minute here to get started. Oh, Mr. Dennis.
Yes. Good morning.
To what do we owe this honor?
Well, I noticed CYPRESS office has poor attendance on Thursday, 1:30.
Uh-oh.
So Thomasina and Elaine and I were saying, maybe Dennis, you need to help Benny promote this Thursday and Saturday training.
Got it.
And I said, nah, Benny's a superstar. He's got Keegan on his team. He's got John on his team.
Right?
He says, so.
All right.
All those superstars. He's a.
Very nice. What do you think about these, the new news of the open houses?
I think it's great, as long as they stick to social distancing and not have too many people in the house at one time in the front yard in the house. So the guidelines went out, the second email from Susie yesterday on management.
Yes, thank you.
So we can have open houses, no appointments, but you still got to you cannot have a ton of people on the property at one time.
Yes. So just, keep them spaced out maybe about 5 minutes from each other.
Yeah, exactly. And with the social distancing, we still need to wear a mask, even if we've had vaccinated. So, but it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction. So.
Yeah, I think so. And, I'm going to mention too, one of our new listings from Christine Bandy, she has a vacant listing. So we'll see what.
Oh, we got the Super Mona. She's on. Nice, Nancy. You got some.
All right. I've got all the heavy hitters on today. Yeah. But actually, like I was mentioning, Christine Bandy has a vacant listing that we will see in just a bit here. And I challenge you all to try and reach out to her and see if she'll let you do an open house. And because you guys have been asking me for like the last few months here, when are we going to be able to do an open house? When are we going to be able to door knock? When are we going to be able to go to lunch with Dennis? And so now's the time.
Go lunch with Benny and John. They're the fun guys and fun and smart.
Right. Yeah. All right, everybody. So let's get started. First of all, just wanted to share a quote from Vince Lombardi. The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand. Whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but I think parents usually tell their children, go out and be whatever you want to be in life, but be the number one best at it, right? And I always tell everybody, when I'm out there, I think of playing poker, and you want to always, whatever hand you are dealt, you want to always give it your 110% and push in all of your chips. This way, if you do lose, like for example, you go to a listing and you don't get it, well, at least you walk away saying, hey, I brought my A game. I brought the best that I have in me. And you know what? Even though I walk away losing, in a way, my head is held high because I gave it my all. And, sometimes you don't win them all. I've shared with you guys, Kobe didn't win every single game. Michael Jordan didn't win every single game. But what did they do behind the scenes? They practiced every day. Even when Kobe was injured, I shared with you guys, he rented a court somewhere in LA and was over there with one wounded hand shooting free throws, practicing free throws. And that's, that's it, guys. So today, the great thing about our meeting is I'm going to share with you guys my listing presentation. And I'll tell you, I had an agent walk in here last week and said, hey, I got to be honest with you, Benny. I did not prepare whatsoever for this listing appointment. And actually, she had 2 listing appointments in one day by about an hour difference, or set apart from an hour. And I gave her my listing presentation, and I told her, this is what I do. This is what I walk in with. She's, wow, this is so great. And, it's a canned presentation, right? That's what they tell us to do, is have a canned presentation And you know, I think Mike Ferry says, Dennis, wouldn't you agree? Mike Ferry says it's what is it? Canned presentation, but I think he says, you know, even if it sounds boring, oh, there you go, verbatim, right? Stick to the script verbatim. So, anyways, I think you guys are all in for a treat. Dennis, did you have anything else to say? Or
yeah, no, I do. First off, once again, I want to thank the CYPRESS office, #1 in the company offices for the first 4 months of closing. #1.
Thank you.
So the price of success is continuance, and I just a couple questions, and I just kind of jump on. So you guys can answer the chat or unmute yourselves just real quickly. The biggest question I have: what has been your greatest learning moment in the last 14 months with COVID? And more importantly, how has it changed your business? What has been your greatest learning moment in the last 14 months with COVID? And how did it change your business? Real simple question. If anybody wants to share, great. If not, no worries. Because I'm really talking about learning and applying, and we're preparing for the second half of 2021 in company. We're moving in 2 weeks from our corporate office in Cerritos to Bellflower. We want to play bigger, better, in the point of having a green screen room set up to do some video to help agents with their business. So just want to jump in as many meetings, keep pushing. Benny, John are doing outstanding in CYPRESS. You got a lot of award winners from the gala. It was fun the other night. They deserved their accolades, but who's going to be in the gala next year from the hard work this year? Reminder, this Thursday, 1:30, I am teaching a session for about an hour, the discipline of daily time management. How to be the best version in your, as a business person, as an individual. And then on Saturday, we have training, social media tips and strategizing. So we're going to keep focusing on training to help agents, but agents, appreciate you guys being part of the team. Appreciate the hard work of CYPRESS. What are you learning and what are you applying in your business? Because it's always an ongoing. Every day is 30 to 45 minutes or more of me learning by audiobook, taking seminars every day. And people ask me, does that mean Christmas Day? Yes, but I have to sneak it in my home office, because if my wife preparing big Christmas events for Thanksgiving, I got to do it in the closet under the radar and not make a big deal. Habits are habits. So thank you guys all being part of the #1 office year to date in CYPRESS. You guys are awesome, led by John and Benny. So everybody have a great day. I'll stick on a couple minutes and then I'll jump on the next office meeting. And Orange Coast Title, you guys are rock stars. Thanks for your help as well. Castlehead, thank you for your help as well. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dennis, for that. Everybody, you know, Friday, we were down at the Hilton waterfront in Huntington Beach, and we had a beautiful event there and celebrated the top 35 agents in our company. And, you know, there was a couple dedications there to Thomasina Mulhern. They even played a video by Bruce. And you know what, actually, can I share that real quick with you guys?
Yes, let's do it. The hustle, baby.
I thought that was a great video. My date for the night, she actually thought that was a really good video as well. And anyway, she recorded that because she thought it was a pretty good. So let me see. Bruce Mulhern hustle. And when I find it there, Dennis, I think maybe. Oh, no, I think it's. If not, I'll have to come back to it, guys.
If not, we'll get it out because we will be sending it out. So.
Services. Okay. Anyways, if not, I'll come back to it, guys, and share it with you. But that was great. Was it this one? Make Every Day Count?
No, it was called The Hustle. So.
Oh, okay. I'll find that for you guys in a little bit and share it with you. Okay, going back to, so anyways, I just wanted to recognize again our top 35 here in the office. Christina Furneaux, Marjorie Tyson, Nancy and Feng Quang, and the Mirage team. Congratulations to you all. You guys did amazing last year, and we really appreciate you. And you know, we Love you guys for being on our team. And thanks again to all of you. I hope you enjoyed the night. And hopefully you felt like the shining star that you are. So, all right, let's make a deal. Does anybody have a new listing or a buyer that you're working with that you'd like to share with us? I always tell you guys that my favorite co-agent is myself. And then my second favorite co-agent is somebody that works in my office. So do you have anything to share? Please don't be shy. Anybody? No? Okay, I'll share real quick with you guys. I have a condo coming, 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Downey. And right now we're actually remodeling it. Should be done in about 2 weeks, and that's going to be going on the market at $399. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's like in mid Downey. So in case you have a buyer for that, please keep me in mind. Okay, so here we have Christine Bandy's listing that I was talking to you guys about. It's in Westminster, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,961 square feet on a nice lot, 9,500 square feet, 829. Let me go through some pics real quick here. Pretty clean California ranch style. Does need some updating, right? But some people could live with that. Not bad. If you've got a buyer for this, please reach out to Christine Bandy. And you guys know right now stuff's moving so fast, so do not delay. I just talked to a client this morning, 4 days on the market. She was trying to write an offer on something, and I just checked, and it went into escrow this morning. So please make sure you're active and looking at the coming soons. Next is La Mirada, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, asking $779. Newer construction. I want to say this is probably like in a gated community, and this is by Mo Abraham. And let's see, he's got a virtual tour. All right, good job, Mo. All right, so if you guys have a buyer for that, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or actually 3-bath, asking $779 in La Mirada, that's Mo Abraham. Okay, going on to the next one. This is a new listing, Christina Fernell, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over in the Bellflower High School tract, just off Woodruff and Alondra. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,157 square feet, 5,250 square foot lot. And let's see some pictures real quick here. This is a really nice neighborhood. It's actually a pretty hard to find street. So you have very light traffic on there. I know it personally as I sold a home across the street many years ago. But so anyways, if you've got a buyer for this, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, Bellflower, really nice home. And again, asking $625. That's Christina Fernell. Another Christina Fernell. This is the one that we've been talking about, guys. It could be a home health facility. Again, it's been on the market for a while, so please don't be afraid to show this and make a lower offer maybe. I know that she hasn't gotten a price reduction on this one, so please keep Christina in mind. 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 3,100 square feet. All right, and I believe that is it. Yes, that is it. All right, let's move on to, okay. So currently in escrow, we've got 9 transactions. So congratulations, Mo, Renee Nava, Christina Fernot, Morales team, Angie Sandoval, Robert Anya, and Jean Browning. Congrats to you all. Good job. We are at a little bit past the half of the month. So I feel that we kind of slowed down a little bit on our escrows. So far for the month, we've closed 3 transactions, Eduardo Morales, Carrie and Don, and Christina Fernot. So congrats to you all. Hopefully we could get some more closings going on here. And, you know, guys, summer is almost here, and, you know, it's gonna kick it up a notch. So please take advantage. I keep telling you guys, there's a lot of opportunities out there. Keep your ears and eyes peeled for new business. So agent of the month, Eduardo Morales, kicking butt in April. 4 sides closed with production of 2 million. And again, he and his brother got recognized at that gala, top 35 on Friday. So congrats to them. John Greer, any words of wisdom that you'd like to share with us? John? Uh-oh.
There we
There
go.
he is.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I unmuted, and I guess you muted me back. But anyway, I wanted to piggyback one on the top 35. I know Renee was something like 39 or 30. So we had some really top agents, and I know that there were several others that were up there but didn't make the gala. So I wanted to say congratulations to all our award winners and almost award winners there, and that we're number 1 in the company. Everybody's doing a great job. Here's the other thing was talking about the open houses, and that was an area, you know, we have legal representation now in our company with a attorney up in Sacramento, I think, area, or San Francisco area. So anyway, they had sent out a bulletin regarding the open houses. And I just wanted to kind of guidelines for open houses with a big question mark. And they're saying we have been inundated with inquiries, most of which we cannot answer. At present, we do not know what the open house guidelines will be. There are no answers to several key questions, and that's what I wanted to throw out there. Number 1, will the PED form continue to be required element in the protocols for open houses?
Yes.
And or to permit entry by any visitor for any purpose to illicit property? Question mark. Regardless of the answer to that issue, we will need to know whether CAR will be providing a standard means to modify existing listing agreements regarding the showing protocols. And they are, I don't know if anybody paid attention or received it, but CAR sent yesterday a bulletin out, I guess, email regarding some of this stuff. And so on that particular one, there is going to be a new form, so you don't have to use the PED anymore for open houses, for showings and things like that. But they don't have it yet. So that's 1. 2, does the size of the property structure impact the number of people who can be in the premises at the same time? Question mark, right? Unlike restaurants and sport venues that have a capacity determined by the number of seats, how will the capacity of the listed property be determined? We don't know yet. So there's another one. And then 3, how are listing agents to restrict the number of people attending an open house at any given time when it is no longer by appointment only? As many of us have witnessed that other types of businesses, posted rules are routinely ignored. Posted rules at an open house will probably not be effective to control the number of people visiting the property. We're concerned that if real estate licensees try to keep some people waiting outside once the capacity level has been reached at an open house. There may be verbal or even physical altercations and or potential discrimination claims, right? So in many areas, potential buyers are clamoring to be let in to view properties. Agents are demanding that open houses start immediately. However, without logical procedures in place, allowing open houses to resume could easily become a very messy situation for our industry. So CAR has addressed some of these questions here, and that it's to be continued. So I would just say the key element here would be, do you have a listing that you can even hold open house, right? And if not, you need to go get one, I guess. But if you do and you're planning on it, I would just use common sense in how you're handling it. And it sounded like, I don't know, if you guys don't have that, maybe what from the CAR, it's not providing any answers. It's just addressing these issues. And I think, as we get more information, we'll get that out to you guys on what forms. They're going to put them into zip forms. They'll be there. They're also going to be changing the listing agreements to address this, showing protocols. So to be continued, but I did want to get that out there. If anybody wants to have one, and I don't see why not, just think about these things and be careful, kind of use your common sense on the situation. Each open house is going to be, a little bit different in where it's at in the neighborhoods and things, price range, whatever. So that's what I had, Benny, because I'm really excited about seeing your listing presentation. And I did want to add in there when you get to it. So I'll jump in then.
Cool. All right. Sounds good, John. Thanks again for sharing. Mr. Money, Joe Coy.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So I get started with the rates. Rates today pretty much unchanged again. You're looking at FHA about 2.75, VA about 2.75, conforming conventional is about 2.875, and high balance conventional about 3.0. We just came out with a new jumbo loan that has some pretty cool features to it. It follows AUS readings for reserves. So what that means is anytime you're doing like a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac conventional mortgage, you're running an AUS, an automated underwriting system, whether it be DU or LP, and the automated underwriting system tells you how many reserves are required. So it's following the AUS readings on how many reserves are required. And that's a common barrier to entry for clients looking to use a jumbo loan is reserves. Depending on your FICO score, depending on the loan amount, reserves can be 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, PITI. And on a jumbo loan, those mortgage payments are pretty high, so those reserves can be a large dollar amount. But it does follow the AUS readings. So on a primary residence, DU and LP never ask for reserves. So it's the only jumbo loan that I've ever heard of that doesn't require any reserves, which is, again, a huge benefit, especially for those clients that are really tight on the amount of money they have available. Maybe they just have enough for the minimum down payment, just enough for the closing costs, but no additional funds to cover the reserves. This is going to be a great program for them. Goes up to a $1.5 million loan amount with as little as 10.01% down. It's also one of the lowest down payment jumbo loans that we have. The lowest down payment right now for a jumbo loan is 10%. There's also no mortgage insurance, even if you're putting 10% down. Some of the other benefits for this program are when you're buying units. So again, if you're buying a 2-unit property, you're going to have to put 20% down, and 3 and 4 units, you're only going to have to put 25% down, where most other jumbo investors have a substantially higher down payment requirement on multifamily properties. And then the last benefit to this program is that it has a 45% debt to income ratio. Again, pretty aggressive for a jumbo product, because a lot of times they're limited at like 43%, 38%. And a lot of that will depend upon FICO scores and loan to values, where with this program, it's a flat 45% across the board. And then one other thing that I want to mention to you guys is we have closed-end home equity lines of credit, and they're standalone. So previously, we were only doing piggyback, what we call piggyback home equity lines of credit, which is where it's funded concurrently with a first mortgage. But now we're allowing for standalone second mortgages. So if somebody's interested in just getting a home equity line of credit, they don't need to combine it with the first mortgage. We're able to help them with that. It's the first time I've been able to offer that product in over 10 years. The other really cool thing about this home equity line of credit is it goes up to a 97.5% loan to value if your FICO score is 740 or higher. And that is a huge loan to value. That means you're only leaving 2.5% equity in your home. So you're essentially able to cash out almost all of the equity in your home through this home equity line of credit. It also allows for a fixed 30-year mortgage, where most home equity lines of credits are only adjustable rate mortgages. So it's got some really cool features to it. And lastly, just want to remind you guys, Leah is no longer working with New American Funding. So if you do have any marketing requests, do send them just directly to myself. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and week. And let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything I can help with.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. All right. The right team.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all enjoyed the final day of taxes. It was yesterday. Something I want to talk about, this is just a fun little piece of trivia. Does anyone know what the difference between a mobile home and a manufactured home is? And you can unmute yourself and answer if you do.
Yes, I believe a manufactured home has a permanent foundation, whereas a mobile home is on struts.
That's very good guess. But the actual difference is there is no difference. A manufactured home was just made after 1976. They are the exact same thing. It's just all the early mobile homes, they didn't have quality control. There weren't any standards for them. So a lot of them were made out of substandard materials, and there were a lot of fires that burned them down. So after 76, there was a federal law that was passed that made them fireproof and had other restrictions on what they could and couldn't use for materials. Anyways, the fun little piece of trivia that came up because I was actually helping someone who had a mobile home with fixed foundations, so it's attached to the land, and that came up. So another thing I wanted to bring up is permits. Right now, I've been helping some agents get permits in LA City and LA County, and there is a very long time delay for LA City and LA County to respond to any requests for permits. For one of them, it took over a month for them to pull the permits and send them over. So if you know ahead of time that you are going to be requiring permits, just get them as soon as possible. If you need any help, feel free to reach out to me. I'm familiar with the process, and it is fairly difficult right now. LA County does not respond to phone calls or emails, but if you know who to bug, you can sometimes get it done. But there was a situation last Friday where an agent, he was on the buyer side, and his buyer wanted all the permits on a property in order to feel comfortable closing. And otherwise, the buyer was going to walk away, and he told him Friday afternoon. And he wanted them by the end of the day Friday, this buyer. And the unfortunate reality is a lot of these permits are from the 1920s, the 1930s. There's no hard copy that they have anymore. They have it on microfiche. They have to go into an archive, find the correct microfiche, and then blow up the original permit to find it.
Hey, Keegan.
Yes, sir.
John here. You're talking about county property, I assume, because most of the properties for permits are through the cities, right?
Yes. So there's parts, the unincorporated areas of LA are done through the county. But even the city, that one where I was talking about the original records being done on microfiche, that was LA City proper. And for that one, he told me 3:45 p.m. on a Friday that they need all the microfiche ones from the 1920s and 30s. And it takes about an hour to get through to someone in building and safety. You had to be sitting there waiting for an hour. LA City is nice that a lot of their permits are actually online, so you can find the digitized copies. But for the older ones, they're all on microfiche and haven't been scanned in. So
Yeah.
that's just
Well, that's
some.
like,
Mhm.
I know Norwalk, Keegan, the city of Norwalk has a lot of properties built in the 20s and 30s and stuff. It's on microfiche. You can go down there and ask for them. I haven't done that since COVID, but anyway, I got you. I think you need to be prepared. Like most things, you know, you think it's the way it was, and it's not anymore. Not just permits.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
All right.
And
Yeah, go
and
ahead.
for a lot of the cities, you request it from the city, but all you had to do is submit a report, and they give it to you within 10 days. So, yep, that was it for today.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And we know that Christy is Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Is that correct? All right. So we're sending her a big warm hug from here to there. So, all right. We don't have David on from Property ID or Stephanie Pagan, but please keep them in mind. Give me a second. Somebody in the chat. Oh, that was Keegan. Okay, great. So let me go to close that out and go here. Actually, go to the MLS. So real quick, guys. You guys are gonna think this is John's gonna laugh right now, but many years ago, top producing REO agent had a class, and I think she charged us like, I don't know, I think it was like $100 each, and she taught us how to do a BPO. And part of that BPO was running comps, and this is the way that I run comps. So if you guys want to take notes real quick here, what I do is I'll do coming soon, active under contract, pending, close to 180 days. We're gonna pretend that we're going on a listing appointment on my recent listing in Downey. And that's a single family residence, and I think it was like 1,300 square feet. So I usually will do maybe about like 1,100 to, let's say, 1,500, just to see what's out there. And
Hey,
then
Benny.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, while you're setting that up,
Yeah.
I wanted to do like a preclude or whatever to a listing presentation. Is that I see a lot of people. Somebody calls up, says, "Hey, John, I'd like to get a value of my house. You know, we're thinking of selling." You're like, "Hey, great, I can be over in half an hour and meet with you and let's talk about it." And they run some 2 or 3 comps and run over there with nothing but maybe a scratch pad or whatever. And what I wanted to say is that you got to stop and think. I went out on one and I wasn't that prepared years ago. And I was driving home and I realized there was a couple of things I forgot to tell the seller. And I thought about it for a couple of days. And I thought, you know, today, the average commission is 12, 14 grand. And why wouldn't I take a few more than half an hour? I mean, it was 15 minutes to drive. So 15 minutes. In other words, what I'm asking you guys would be to maybe make an appointment. We should all be working off appointments anyway. So if I got that call now, it's like, yeah, you know, how about it? Could I come by and see the house first and take some notes and build some rapport with the sellers? And then I asked them if they can give me a day or two to do some background, get some information on the house, and then I call and make an appointment with them. And now I'm prepared. I've got a listing presentation ready, and I've gotten all the information on their house. Maybe, you know, it had, you know, room addition. I'll check for permits on that. To get everything, I get a property profile from the title company and print out some of the deeds and plot map and things where it just has me look like I'm prepared, and that's what you want to have. So as far as the presentation goes, Benny, I'll throw that back to you, but I just want you to stop and think. You know, I'm sure some of you already have a real good presentation, but you know what, that's where it can make or break you making 12, 14 to 20 grand. And why some agents rush out there and are really not prepared or have anything to really talk to the seller about, even promoting like AdWorks. And, you know, I just bought a new iPad, and I want to get AdWorks to I want to be able to download that little clip. It's like 2-minute clip that I can show the sellers while I'm there what we're going to be doing besides the price of the home and the deeds and stuff like that. that we're doing for them, and anything else that you'd want to add in there on a presentation. So I'll throw it back to you, Benny. I just wanted to get that out.
Yeah. And you know, guys, I'll share with you my presentation. There's still a lot of things that I want to add to it, and I'll show you guys. But John proves a great point. Like, I want to include that. You know, I just started adding my clients' emails to AdWorks when I list their home, and I'll tell you, they'll call me or text me and say, "Hey, AdWorks said that yesterday they showed the home to 790 something people online." You know, and it makes them feel like, wow, you're doing that extra for me. So keep that in mind. So real quick, going back, just want to go back to the criteria. As I said, these are the ones I select. I do a little bit of a range for the living area. I make sure I pick the proper property subtype and then the city. Then I go to map. I put in the property address, and then I do a quarter-mile radius, which keeps it pretty tight. That's usually what appraisers are going to do, unless they're like on a border city or on the border of a city. They might do something a little bit different, or you know. And people will adjust. I'll tell you one thing that I do too. If I don't get enough comps, I might go back a little bit more time. But I keep in mind that, you know, that might not be the best method, as you know, the banks want usually 90 days of comps and a quarter-mile radius. But all right, so then I get my results, right? So if you guys see, real quick here, give me one sec here. So if you guys see here, these are my comps, right? Notice my listing's already there, but 3-bedroom, 1-bath, or 2-bath, 1,440 square feet, kind of close to my listing. And this is active at 650. This is new, so it wasn't one of the comps I was looking at when we came on the market. What I was looking at though was like this: 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,100 square feet, close at 640. Now the thing was here is this house was a turnkey flip, updated, which my listing was not. But I took into consideration that I had 200 square feet more, and then thought, you know what, I could probably be 649, and because of the space, I might be able to go a little bit higher. So I included that as one of my comps. Then I did this one, Camelette, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,345 square feet, and I'm at 630, right? So I took that in consideration. And I think there was one more that was a little bit higher in square footage that I included. But anyways, just as an example, here's what I do. You know, John says, you know, hey, his presentation or his sellers are usually older and not, you know, tech savvy. And so they want a hard copy, right? Which I do both. I bring a hard copy and then I bring my digital listing presentation. But what I'll do is I'll click print here. And this is really nice and easy. I do a customer full with rollouts. So you got to make sure you click that, rollouts, customer full. I'm just going to show you what it looks like on a PDF. So I bring these with me. I usually want to bring 3 comps, and give it a sec here as it's generating.
Benny, what did you do with the rollout? I saw the customer full, but where's the rollout?
Right here.
Oh, right there. Okay, thanks.
Print with rollouts. And what that means is it just means that it's going to print with photos. And I don't know why it's taking a little bit longer than usual, but I wanted to show you what it looks like. So here you go, guys. So what I love about this report is it shows the days on market, right? It shows when it was listed. It shows the original list price. And then you'll see in a second on this next one, it shows the list versus sold. So it was listed at $599, sold at $640, 5 days on the market, right? So when I'm saying this to my clients, and this is how I go about it, guys. So first off, I go into the property. Hey, thanks for having me over. I found it easy, you know, a little bit of you know, rapport and chit chat, right? And then I go, hey guys, before we have a seat, is it okay if I put my briefcase here at the dining table? Yeah, okay, we'll put it down. And then I'll say, hey, before I have a seat, before we sit down, do you mind showing me your home? Oh no, yeah, come on. So here's, you know, living room, fireplace, and I have my yellow pad out, and I'm making notes of the things that they're pointing out to me, right? And so I'm showing interest, right? We're building more rapport by doing that. And then I'll say like, hey, John, what was something that really sold you on this house when you were looking at it? Oh, we really like the den because we really wanted this, that, whatever. So I'm making those notes, right? Then we go, okay, can we have a seat? Great. All right. So we go and we have a seat there. And then I'll say, so John and Kelly, again, thanks for having me over. Real quick before we start, I like to get an idea of where your head is at. I know you called me out because you believe that I'm the expert, and I know your neighborhood very well, and that there is some validity to that. But I like to believe that you are the actual true experts of your neighborhood because you know what the Jones family sold for last month, you know what the Ramirez family sold for 2 weeks ago, and you know what the Kelly family sold for 3 days ago. So based on those recent sales in your neighborhood, what do you think your home is worth? Oh, we think it's six. I'll give you an example. This is exactly what happened on this. We looked at Zillow, and we think somewhere between 615 and 625. I go, okay, sounds good. All right, great. So let me start off by saying, guys, that 99% of the buyers that come to your property are going to use financing. Okay. There is that 1% buyer out there that will be buying in cash. Will that happen on your home? It's possible. Is it likely? Not very likely. So most buyers are going to use financing, and their bank is going to require them to do an appraisal prior to funding their loan or prior to approving that loan and agreeing to lend them that money. That appraiser that comes out is going to be looking at exactly what I have here in my hands. Okay. So these are the comps. What they are is the recent sold homes that are comparable to your home in bedroom count, bathroom count, size of square footage and lot size, age, and of course, the other thing that they're looking at is the upgrades, right? So it's gotta kind of match, right? So this is what they're going to be looking at. So let me start off by saying, number one, you've got a little competition. 5 days on the market, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,440 square feet, and they're asking 650. Now the appraiser is going to look at this, but he's going to give his high importance to the listings that have closed, not the ones that are active. He is going to take them into consideration to show that the market what it's doing, but he's really going to point out the close. So here you have, if you could see this is good news. 599.9 sold in 5 days at 640. It's got 3 bedrooms and 1 bath, and it's got 1,108 square feet. Here's why this is really good. This is 300 square feet or 200 square feet smaller than yours, okay? But it was built around the same time. And the good thing is as you can see, it sold for 40 grand over ask, right? So we've established by this home personally that you're at least 640. Now, they do have upgrades, and it looks like it was a flip, as you can see here, right? Looks really nice, right? Yeah, great. The only thing is, look, it sits behind an alley. Some people might not like that, right? So there's one thing there. So I kind of like to think that the upgrades and the alley, and then the square footage, kind of keeps the price somewhere where it ended up being, right? So based on that, you don't sit on an alley. So I think at bare minimum, you're probably worth 640. Is that good news? You guys like that? Yes, we do. Great. We looked at Zillow. We thought we were worth less. Okay, that's good news. All right, great. Moving on. Here's another one. This is the other comp. 614 sold for 630. Again, it's kind of comparable to your home. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,345 square feet, 5612 square foot lot, right? Now, here's the thing, and it sold for 4 days on the market. Now, here's the thing, though, guys. It sold back in December of last year, right? This other comp sold in January, right? A couple of months back. The market has been steadily improving from there. And then you guys have an addition that's not permitted, but it does have some value. So based on that, I'm recommending that we list at 649, right? And my goal will be to hopefully get you close to 700. And what that'll do is hopefully based on that, you know, I'll end up costing you nothing, right? So all right, guys. So I do that, right? And then I go, so what do you guys think about that? Oh yeah, you know, yeah, that's great. You know, sounds good. It's better news than what we thought. And then here, guys, I don't know if I could show you. Let me see if I can jump in there real quick. Is this the one? Give me 1 second. No, that's not the one. Sign out. Okay, give me a second. Sign in again. Give me a second, you guys. I just want to show you what I bring with me there. Give me 1 second. And we're gonna go here to Fid. Oh my gosh, Fidelity. Okay. Oh my gosh, no, it didn't come through. Where is it? Give me a second, guys. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is what I bring, guys. Please, Christy Wright, don't get upset at me. You know that I'm faithful, but I do use this as a net sheet for you know, my listing. So check this out, guys. So I go, so based on the price, and I know that this is a different one for a lower price, but I'll say based on 649, if we sold at 649, after all the fees are said and done, this is your net. And I point to this, you know, 148. And how does that sound? Right? And then I should just shut up. And it's funny because sometimes they'll say, oh, 148. Okay, but we have to pay 32,000 from that to out of this amount. I'll say, no, not at all. No. This is 148 is what you're gonna walk away with. How does that sound? Wow, that sounds pretty good, Benny. Yeah. So can we agree to list at 649? Yeah. Great, awesome. Okay, perfect. And then it just depends, guys. Some people will say to John or to me, they'll say, all right, what do we sign? Right? At that moment, I don't show my listing presentation. I go straight to signing. You know, and the way that I explain the commission is I'll say, hey, so today we're doing it at 5% because you're my past client or you're a friend of the family, you're referred to me, so I give you a discount. I know it's not a whole lot, but on your price of 650, 1% saves you about 6,500. You could use that to credit the buyer if they ask for any repairs or if you had to pay for termite. It helps a little bit, right? That's what I'll say if they're a friend or family. If it's somebody that called off of an ad, then I start at 6%. I don't give them that discount right off the bat. Now, if they start haggling me, then I do adjust from there, right? So, okay. So then, if you notice, even on the net sheet, I'm already showing here that I'm paying myself 3% and only 2% to the buyer, right? So I'll say, hey, this is a listing at 5% on the listing contract. Then I'll say, and here we're cooperating with the buyer's agent at 2%. And then I just keep going through it, guys. But all right, let's say the client says, well, Benny, what are you gonna do, right? And they'll say, hey, you know, what is it that you do differently? What sets you apart? Why should we hire you? Well, let me show you my presentation real quick. So first of all, this is my mission statement. We strive to provide the highest level of real estate consulting and service to our clients and to treat every transaction as if it were our own, knowing that our successful future will always depend on the way we serve our clients today. So number one, hey, first off, I showed up, I asked you guys a couple questions and we inspected the property. And now we're at step 3. I kind of went a couple different ways with you guys because I didn't know if you wanted to see my presentation or marketing plan, but now I'm sharing it with you. We did determine what your estimate of net would be, right? And I just was starting to explain the listing agreement to you. I think that we have had a mutual decision. Well, you want me to go over my marketing plan with you, but hopefully after I do, your decision will be that yes, you want to list with me tonight, and I'll get right to work. So anyways, these are the 6 steps that we go through. So first of all, Mr. Seller, you must be, like you asked, you know, what sets me apart? What makes me different? So first of all, I am the face of my team, but I actually do have a team behind the scenes that helps me out with everything that I do, and that includes lenders, home warranty people, escrow officers, and title reps that help me transact through the transaction without any hiccups. And when problems do arise, I have that support team there with me to get through it all. So number one, that's the biggest thing, is that I do have a team and we work, together to make things happen. Number two, why choose us, is we have a 5-star promise, and that is that we will, more often than not, sell your home within 39 days from list date, and we will promise and guarantee a 99.98% of your list price. So one thing that I hate doing is giving false promises, or false promises, or giving unrealistic hope. And so that's not how I've created my business over the years. So I will very likely not be coming to you for a price reduction. So what we decide on today, I hope to actually deliver at least 99.98% of that. And in recent transactions, I've actually gone over that. So, and I'm hoping to do that with you in your home here. And like I said to you earlier, my goal is to get you so much money that I end up costing you nothing, and I paid for myself. So as you can see, other people in my MLS, other agents in my MLS, it takes them an average of 54 days to sell. So the home sits on the market a little bit longer, and they end up selling at 96.7% because of ineffective pricing. So, all right, how do we do it? Number one, I put my money where my mouth is. So when I walk away today and start getting to work for you, I actually invest some of my own money into making your property look good. So as you can see, the picture on the left, I took with my cell phone a couple of years ago. And then I hired a staging company and a photographer to shoot this home. And you can see the difference, right? Same place, just completely different, hired professionals to do that. So in your case, you don't need a stager because you have, your furniture here, and I will go around and tell you what we should get rid of and declutter. But should you have had a vacant home, we would have definitely talked about staging. The other one, I took this picture. This was a home in Downey that I sold a couple of years ago. And again, as you can see on the right top there, I kind of blurred the light because I used my cell phone. And of course, I'm not a professional photographer. And this is the shot that I thought really showed this kitchen. And I was proven wrong by my photographer again. He showed that the pantry lights up. He got a better angle. You're better able to see the cooktop and the ovens, and just really made it feel a lot bigger, and got a big blurry light at the top right, and it's a well lit room, and just professional photographer. That's not what I do for a living. I specialize in getting your home sold, so I hire the pros for that. The other thing that I do is we have a coming soon feature now, and so I do early exposure. But lately, what I've found that works for me even more is I'll put your home on the market on a Tuesday, and I'll say that there will be no showings until Saturday. And what that's been doing for me lately, it's built up the momentum that brings out a lot of buyers out to the property and results in a multiple bid situation. And the best thing right now with COVID, guys, in the old days, I would call you and say, hey, I've got a showing Monday at 2. Hey, I've got another showing Monday at 5. Hey, Tuesday, they want to see your home at 10 a.m. Hey, Wednesday, they want to see, and I'm doing open house Saturday and Sunday. And, it's just way too many people coming at way too many different times, interrupting your life. And so what I do now is I put it, like I said, on Tuesday, Saturday, I just do 4 hours, 12 to 4. I have all the agents come without an appointment. And those are the results that I've had. I could show you posts where the last two or three open houses, we've had over 80 people show up and got all homes sold in one day. So, all right, tonight when you hire me, you said what differentiates me from the others? Well, one of the good things is you're going to hire me, but you're going to hire Zillow. You're going to hire Trulia. You're going to hire Redfin. You're going to hire Coldwell Banker, Remax, Century 21, and all of the other companies because what happens is we all share our inventory with each other via the MLS. The other thing is our MLS also shoots out, it syndicates to all of these websites, and these are just the top websites, but it goes out to over 6,000 websites. So if you go online to Redfin after tonight and we list, you will see your home on Redfin's website. If you go to Whiteshirt, you'll see your home there. If you go to Coldwell Banker, you'll see it there. Century 21 again. So tonight you're hiring me, but you're hiring all of these companies as well. So I think it's a really win-win, nice situation. The other thing is I have a YouTube channel. A lot of real estate agents don't have a YouTube channel. What I will do is I will feature your property on there, and that helps expose your home a lot more. It also allows for sharing. One of the biggest things is YouTube is owned by Google, and Google is the master of data, correct, and information. So you really want to have your home on YouTube so that it goes out to those channels and is more searchable and found by a prospective buyer. The other thing is, I know I don't look that young, but I am a millennial. I'm a senior millennial born in 1982. And so I have a social media, presence. And so if you did pound LA Home Guy, you would find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, so on and so forth. And we do market heavily on there. Another thing that I like to mention, you're on Instagram, yes? Yeah, great. And you're on Facebook as well? Got it, good. So one thing that I do too is I do paid advertising on Facebook and Instagram to put your home out there. So I'll give you an example. When we hit the market on Tuesday, that Tuesday leading up all the way through Saturday, when people drive through Downey and they look at their social media, or if they live in Downey and they look at their social media, your property is going to pop up on their feeds automatically. Have you ever seen an ad before on the left-hand corner, it'll say sponsored? That will pop up there. So
This fucking
I'm sorry guys, we had somebody in mute there. Okay, so anyways, that's another thing. The other thing is I offer you a 5-star response time. So I know this sounds crazy. I have a competitor that calls himself the 24-hour agent. I like to call myself the 168-hour agent because I don't stop working after 24 hours. I know that's funny and it's a joke, but no, I have clients call me at 10 o'clock at night. I have clients call me at 8 in the morning, different hours. I guarantee you I will answer your call and respond to you. And if I don't have an answer to your question, I will get you that answer in a short period of time. So that's another thing. I'll tell you, one of the biggest things in our industry is that you call on a listing and the agent doesn't answer their phone for whatever reason. I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. And not only your phone call, when we get other agent calls calling on your listing, we are there to provide that answer to all their questions. So what's the bottom line? The bottom line is I'd like to get to work immediately, and I hope that you feel the same way. If that's the case, let's go ahead and sign this contract now. How's that sound? And that's it. Pretty simple, pretty basic. What I would like to add to this, you guys, I'd like to put a couple reviews in here, just like maybe 2 or 3 reviews from recent sellers. The other thing I'd like to do is go in the MLS and show my list sold ratio, just by taking a snapshot of the top or of that MLS printout, where it shows how many days I was on market and what my list price was and what my sold price. Those are 2 things that I'd like to add, that I will probably add here in the near future. Just been swamped the last few weeks here, and it's been very tough to get around to working on my presentation and perfecting it. But hopefully you guys like that. If you'd like a copy of this listing presentation, please just message me and I will send it to you in an editable format. I'll tell you, this listing presentation, I wish I could take all the credit for it, but I actually got it from a company called Paperless Agent out of Austin, Texas. And I think I signed up for their coaching many years ago. And this is what evolved from the stuff that they shared with me. So any questions? Does anybody, any comments? Do you think it's dumb? Is it good? Was it a good presentation? Do you think anything you think I should add to it? No, we're all good. John, was there anything you wanted to throw in there?
You know, yes, I do, Benny. Just that if you maybe you don't like that one, and I know that everybody has more of an individual thing with their presentations or how they approach their clients. If this isn't working for you, don't forget there's Toolkit CMA that our company provides for you guys for free. And I know if you're getting started here with the company, that they did training on that. If you guys would like to see Toolkit CMA presentation, I can show you mine. Call me or text me or something. But if it's not, that's actually the one I use. Then he showed you his, and I'm just saying if those two aren't working, get something because you need to have a good presentation. And Benny, I liked what you did with the building report. So for me, I went out, I try to go out and see the house first with that yellow legal pad, and I'm taking notes and what have you, and checking the property out with them. And I try to keep it, I tell them, only take 10 or 15 minutes. That's extra steps. And I don't even need both the husband and wife to be there if it's inconvenient for them at that stage. But I like that you did it at some point, Benny, because it does. I've had clients tell me, why did you list with me? I know you interviewed, 2 other agents. We just felt like, you went through the house with us and you saw some of the upgrades we did. And we really we feel you appreciated the house more than the competition. So that's the reason for doing that,
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. I know we're running out of time.
Awesome. Yeah. And I'll close real quick. John, great point there. The top dog in Downey is Michael Burdellis. I don't know. I think he closes about 70 to 90 deals a year. I mean, he's known. He inherited the brokerage from his parents, so they already had a big book of business. And I mean, the guy's face is everywhere in Downey. But I once took a listing from him. He didn't have the listing. We just both competed for it. And I asked the clients that same question. I said, why did you guys list with me? And they said, he wanted to come in here and gut our entire kitchen. and you're like, no, this is fine. You don't need to do anything. This is, this is right. This will sell. And the price you gave us was, the right price, and you got it. And that's it, and so you make a great point with that, John, is, sometimes, and that's why I tell you guys, sometimes you guys ask me, you go, oh, what if, there's already a top producer, an established person in that neighborhood, I'm going up against them. I'll tell you, sometimes that top producer is too busy. Sometimes they have a chip on their shoulder. Everybody's not for everybody, right? So, it just, sometimes people are not going to click. So you got to just go out there and, swing for the fences and take your shot, but you gotta be practiced. You got to be well rehearsed and have a canned, presentation. So, all right, guys, hope you have a great week. I hope this will help you. I know that listings are a little bit harder to come by, but when they do come by, you need to be ready to take that opportunity. All right, make it a great week. Congratulations, everybody, again, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye, Benny.
Adios. Bye, Mona.
Bye.